Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. We are going strong, we've paid off our debts and we have a lot more flexibility now. I have an inkling suspicion we won't actually be able to move a lot of this through. And why are these guys, hang on, let's just have a quick look. We definitely want to fill this up to 100%. That's the issue here. Just want to make sure we definitely want to go about filling this up to 100%. There's definitely get moving, guys. That's part of our problem, I think. But we're definitely going to struggle getting our harvesting sorted. Harvesting is going to be a bit of an issue. So we've got about another month, maybe 2 months left before we lose stuff, and there's so much that's not been harvested. So I think I'm not going to do anything right this minute, but I'm pretty sure we will need to have a look at adding some additional farming equipment of some sort. So that's a bit of an issue there. Now, obviously, in this episode, we want to finish off this track so that we can get a proper track builder in place, and we can start getting our trains running. Not that trains is something we're going to use straight away, but it is part of the larger scheme. Now, if we come up over here, there's still a lot that needs to be built. And one of the things, let me quickly have a look. If I grab the conveyor, we'll have to bring, we need to potentially bring in some stuff over here. So this is, okay. Okay, so if I say, let's quickly do a bit of planning. Let's pause it for a second while we do a little bit of planning here. So I'm thinking, I would like, what am I looking for? What am I looking for? This is coal. Okay. I would like a coal ore processing plant. This is 210 to 120. This is a coking plant. This is coal breaker. What? Crazy. This is a coal ore processing plant. Yes, so this one is a little bit more effective. And then this is a delayed cooker. So if I look at this thing, so we could potentially do something like this, right? We could put this one in place over here. Okay. Oh, we need an excavator up here. Can we not find a little spot for it? Okay. So anyway, that's the plan. If we can put one of these over here, we don't have a free excavator at the moment. So if we can do that, that means we could potentially do a storage. And I've got these new modded storages, which I absolutely love. So I think maybe we'll not do a massive storage. Maybe we'll just do a little something like this. And we could run it like, well, we'll need to move it a little bit. If we do this, what else do we have? That's double the size. So with this one, we'll need to basically go a little something like this. And we could also drop it out at the front there. So if we do potentially something like this, we will be able to find a little bit of a room there. Now, if we're going to go with the conveyors, we'll just do the standard conveyor. We'll flip it around. Okay, and what we'll do is we'll do that. So if we do this, right? So that we can do that, that means we'll be able to get coal out to the train station, and then the other one. Okay, let's just see, where is our Just have a quick look at this again. So if we do this one, I was doing. Actually, I wanted to flip it around. Yeah, something like this. We can have a look at that. It's not the end of the world, but we can do something like that. And then I'm after a power plant of the coal variety. Coal. Here we go. So that is 1,400. This is a much bigger one. That's smaller. This is a reasonable one. Gas power. I'm not doing gas power. I'm not doing any of these. So that's 24. So this one potentially. Oh, this needs a cooling tower. Ooh. I like it. So what we'll need to do, flip it and see what that means. We will need to bring it in. Flip it again. Yeah, we're not getting. Oh, maybe we'll do this. We'll do something like that over here. And I believe that should give us a reasonable amount of stuff. Yeah, that's a pretty large thing actually. So that gives us, uses 44 tons of coal. This is half that size. Is this about double? It is almost double. So yeah, potentially we'd rather do this one. It's not going to have all the issues. Yeah, potentially we'll do this, and we can do two of them if we really deemed it necessary. But that could give us a fair bit of stuff. So let's just have a look. So that's 1,400 megawatt hours. So that means you divide that by 60. So let's quickly say, so that's 1,400 divided by 60 gives me 23 megawatts, just over 23 megawatts. So that's something we could do. So I believe we've got a reasonable amount of space. Now, the bigger issue that we need to deal with is that we do need a passenger station here. So let's just plan for that ever so quickly before we get any further into this. I didn't think these can't remember these showing up in the last one. Anyway, doesn't matter too much. It's just going to be drop off. We don't really worry. So something like that is probably reasonable so that we can actually squeeze it in as close as possible. Yeah. Right, something like this potentially. Okay. That should be able to walk to most places. Now, if we wanted to unload, I don't think we can unload here. So actually, that's completely reasonable for us to just do this. However, maybe that one is going to be a little bit better, so we don't have all the issues. So maybe something like this gives us the ability, and maybe we'll give it a little bit of room there, but we will need to be able to deal with that. So now we can run rail in that way, and we'll get a little bit of walk paths to get everywhere we want to go. I think at least we can tie into the road there. They'll be able to get there. They'll be able to get to all of these facilities. So that should be a reasonable one. So we'll just leave it at that for the time being. Now that means we will be able to do our own power up there. I was kind of wondering whether we'd fix that kink, but at the moment it's not something I'm super interested in. What are we doing in terms of road building? We're building roads over here. And it's kind of doing its thing, so it's getting there. This is being built. These things, have we started collecting this again? Apparently not. We're picking up tons of crops, but we're not picking up all of it. By no means. And we need to finish the build over there so that we can start using that distribution facility to move things through this way. But that's okay. We are still doing reasonably well at the moment. Lots of vehicles running around. Okay, now let's quickly go back to our new town. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be built. Over here, I was thinking, so we've got a garage or a fuel station over here. Garage is what we would call it in like South Africa. Now, this is a technical services, and that's a fuel station. This one over here is a technical university. And what I was thinking is maybe we'll grab ourselves a little bit of a water treatment facility over here. So let's have a quick look at that. So a small, no, probably a large water treatment facility. This one is very big. That one, this one seems reasonable. If we flip it around a little, yeah, no, that's not going to work. Oh, actually, it may work like this. And we don't need to have it very close. So if we potentially do that as a water treatment facility, which will get some people over here, and if we wanted to get some water, we'll get water from the water inflow. So the water treatment we've got does 300 per day. Okay, so it does 300 per day. Maximum amount of toxic liquids to be eliminated. Okay, so I think what that means is that we would need 2 of these inflows, right? Which I believe we should be able to get. So if we do that, that's 77. Is that reasonable? $77 is not good. If we instead do the wells, the biggest one, we can get 90 out of the well. Yeah, that's probably a better tactic for us to just grab the well right next door here. Yeah, so now I'm kind of tempted to say that maybe that wasn't the right thing to do. Oh, this is 88. But 88 is okay. 90 over here, is it? It's an interesting one. Let's flip it around. We find a 90 here. Yeah, it really doesn't want it. 91. Flip it around, turn it around. 91 like that. I think that could work. So let's try about that. We'll have to see where we're actually going to find these things. Now, one thing is I don't think we're going to do that. I don't think we're going to put a buffer in there. What we will, however, need to do is provide a fair bit of this. So let's just flip that around so we can if I do this, we're a little tight over here, so bear with me. Go downstairs, underground, I mean, and let's see. Should we do this and that? And that does seem to want to work. Okay, so that will work, and it's not too ridiculous in terms of its layout here. We will need a little bit of road connectivity. I'm assuming just like this. Yeah, that's going to be reasonable. We're not going to use this road for anything else, but we will need a little bit of little pathway. And we'll see about the rest. So that should give us a reasonable amount of water here. Now, I would like us to please give me that. And what we'll do is we'll go ahead and assign it. And what I'll do is I will get the guys to start building it as well. So now we've got our water treatment facility. How are we doing over here? Are we reasonably picking up stuff, or are we falling behind? Seems like we are falling behind. We may have shot ourselves in the foot a little bit due to this fact. Wow, this thing is moving very, very quickly. We are getting a lot of stuff in there. Even though we probably won't finish it all off. We are getting a lot of stuff in there. And it's moving through really quickly. Okay, that's fine. How is this going? All of this is done. So the next piece I would like to do is just get the next... Come on, please don't do that. Don't do that. Just do... I don't know why it would like to do that instead. Now let's... I'm going to pause it here and just... Actually, I'm just going to cut it over there. So we'll fix it again. Now, if we do that, now that will get underway and we'll assign it. And then I'll add the little gravel section again. There's a new like tram style vehicle. That's okay. Let's go back up here and have a look. Are we done? Oh, still not done. It's so far that it has to go. Yeah, we're practically finished off all of this. So yeah, we're definitely miles away on the other one. Okay, now what we will need to do is do a couple of... There's a pump in there. Now, what I think we should be doing is providing a couple of large water towers. Probably one... over here. Okay, so if we place the water tower there, we will also need a little bit of a pump here. Yeah, so we'll do that. Actually, we'll flip it around so it actually comes this way. We'll have... I'm thinking... reasonably that should fit, but what we'll do is we'll go down here and we'll quickly have a look. So if we now just go with the biggest one, that'll work. So that's fine. Let's just get that in place. I'm pretty keen on getting that done. That will give us water to go into that general direction. I'm also then pretty tempted to get another one, maybe somewhere over here, to then feed into that side. Let's get another water tower. How much does that actually cost? 15 tons of steel. So these reservoirs, probably less of an issue. Maybe we should do one, and then one underground one. It's even better than this. So let's do one of these. It's supposed to be underground reservoir. We'll do a little something like this. Try and squeeze in as much as we can there. So we'll do that, and then we'll go back to underground. And of course, this needs another pump. So let's grab ourselves a pump as well. Just gonna squeeze it in there. Yeah, we really don't have any other outlets. So what we will do is I'll just squeeze it in there, and then we'll go underground and tie this one in. Yeah, something like that, as close as possible. And what we'll do is we'll run that one across there. Try and give it a little bit more of a reasonable kink in there. And then we'll Move that one over there. So we'll have... there is an extra output to that side that we could use later. Can we narrow this down a little? Probably about as good as we're going to get, like so. So there we go. That's our baseline water infrastructure. Obviously we do need to... I do wonder, do we need... you know what? Just thinking about it, I'm just going to do an extra pump in here so that we can always connect some other options in here as also. So what I'll do is I'm just going to do one connection like that. Okay, we'll tie it in the middle, and we'll tie this one in the middle as well. Yeah, let's just do the biggest pipes. That's fine. So we'll do something like this. And then similarly, I'm thinking we'll do... how am I going to do this? On this side? On that side? On this side, maybe. If I do this over here, yeah, I think that's going to be reasonable. If we do that, then I'll take this, we'll pop that in here, and now what we'll do is we'll run one pipe out this way. So there we go. So that's basically our piping network. Now we've got multiple pumps, and it means that we can take off water from these various areas. So that's good. So now that's our water infrastructure. Where was this? Let's just see. Okay, here we go. We are in fact sorting that out. Not a big deal. 2,000 tons, and we're still going. These are still not being picked up. There's still so much stuff being picked up here. I'm kind of tempted to grab a few extra trucks here. So let's just do, pause it, do covered hull, total capacity. Grab me 2 more of these. Actually, make it 4 more of them. And we'll try and pick up a little bit more of the stuff, but we are definitely going to have some issues with it. That piece has been done. So here I will do covered hulls also. Let's do covered hulls, total capacity. We'll grab 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. 5, 6 of them maybe instead. So we'll get 6 of them going. Now this is going to be Kernakova crop distribution. So what it means is we will be picking up crops over here, okay? And we will be dropping it off right there. They need crops, so we will be unloading crops up to maybe a 30% value. And they need crops over here, and we'll do that up to maybe a 30% value also. So that's basically the inputs of crops. We're not using crops anywhere else, are we? We'll double check that in a minute. But once we get some vehicles out over there, but that's awesome. And I mean, look at our money. Our money is doing so well that we're quite comfortable to buy extra vehicles if we need to. But yeah, we're definitely going to lose a lot of crops. We're very, very far from actually moving sufficient crops through here. And one of the things that I did think I should probably do is drop some of these large fields off of it. So what I'll do is I'll remove the large fields from the mix. So just go and empty the medium fields there. We've brought some new trucks in here to hopefully move things through a lot quicker. But there is still a ton of crops that needs to be picked up. And we're still harvesting. We haven't even got through the harvest yet. So that's one thing. So once those vehicles do start to arrive over here, we'll be able to start moving crops through to wherever we need it. But yeah, we're over 2,000 tons of crops in this silo over there. And I think we may have more. This one is probably out, and we've collected everything we possibly can, all right? Anyway, we will start moving things through and selling and all these kind of things. Okay, this is all good. That's all good. Now, what I would like to do is grab me some road connections through here, and let's just get these sections built so that we can start building some other items. I'm also pretty keen. Is this the fire station? That's the police station. That's the fire station. I'm pretty keen on getting this done. So let's, and this was kind of the plan altogether, is let's do that. We'll assign this, and I will say go nuts and get cracking on those road sections there as well. So we'll get this up and running too. We will need to bring some power through here, and we'll obviously need to build this. So we're definitely not going to have people move in the winter here, but things are moving along quite nicely now. Got a bus stop here. We've got a train station. We can definitely put tons of houses and things in this area. We could even move a little bit over here if we were willing to do something with a bit of a road connection to the other side, and I might be comfortable with that. So we'll have a look. I'm not convinced about this just yet. We will have to keep an eye on that and see how that goes. Everything else is moving along so nicely. Yeah, last month we had a bit of a dip in terms of we spent a little bit more money than we made, but that's minor stuff, to be honest, as it stands at the moment. 5,100 people, lots of unemployment, which is good. Not lots, but about 8%, which is pretty good. Look at that, 80% happiness. People are super happy to be living here. Now, the next thing I need to plan in this location is a bit of the sewage treatment over here. So what we will do is I'm gonna kind of, just so we don't forget this, but I'm gonna kind of put a bit of a train bridge across here. So let's have a bit of a look. What can we do in terms of train bridges? That is probably about the best we can do. But I'd rather like some of these other ones, right? I wouldn't mind it just doing something like that potentially. 140, 135. Let's do a bit of a 140 section through here. So if I were to do that, that's a fair bit of steel. Okay, hang on. Let's switch this on. We would like to get it from approximately the same level. So what is this level? Let's hang on. We'll go back. We'll get this tool and we'll say this is 8 meters, and that is 8 meters. So from this line to that line is kind of what we're going to have to do. So we'll go here and say grab the bridge and say we would like it from there to about there. And that's going to be approximately the same kind of height. So if we do that, and we'll do the secondary one right next to it. So there we go. Alternatively, so what would this bridge actually cost us in terms of steel? So that's about 200 tons of steel to be used there. If we were to instead maybe do steel deck truss bridge, build a truss bridge. If we do that, how much does that cost? That's also plenty of steel. So yeah, it's going to be fine if we do it this way. So just want to leave that in place so that we kind of remember that we do want to run rail up there and across onto the islands, and we'll plan the rest of it out a little bit later on. But now, what the next thing is I wanted to do is actually provide a bit of a sewage treatment facility. So if we do sewage treatment, that's a large one. So this is about, yeah, that's a bit smaller. Whoa, this is major sized. So if we wanted to do this, it'll need to be out here. And if that's the case, we may as well dump it out over there. How much does this outlet actually allow us to dump? Let's just quickly have a look at that. The outlet It doesn't actually say, so potentially it can dump as much as we put into it. So yes, maybe what I can do is I can build another sewage treatment facility over here, a super large one. So something like this. Obviously that's not, it'll be some time before we can get that built. So we'll kind of plan for a sewage treatment facility in that location. That will require us to do something with the road connections and things like that. It will also need a bus to come and bring workers out over here, but that's a good starting point at least. So now we do have a couple of sewage treatment facilities. So we've got these sewage tanks in place, but we now need to move it out to that side. So if we go underground, I'm kind of tempted to do it into a single sewage switch, really. So I don't think there's any real issues with it. So if we do a single sewage switch, need to just be mindful. Oh, we can actually do it over there. Let's switch it on over this way. Can I? Where's my? So if we do this, hang on. If we do a switch pump instead, right? Oh, it only gives the one. If we do the deeper one, it also still only does the one. Okay, well then a sewage switch is the one for us. I wish I could see. Hang on, we can figure it out over here. So we want it to be flipped to go the other way. So if we could do that, be able to find a little path to go through there. If we do something like this, can we? What? Oh, that's the wrong pipes. If we do this one, I don't think that we'll really need that one. The big one, maybe this one instead. Okay, so and then from here, we do have snapping, but for some reason it doesn't. It really just doesn't want to snap. So if we do. We do this, for instance, we then tie that in. That's actually a pretty reasonable section. There comes the snow. Okay, let's pause it for a second. We'll pop out of the underground view and quickly make our way over here. Have we managed to collect these things, or are they just being lost? It might just be being lost. These guys are parked? No, they are, for some reason, they are apparently collecting still some stuff. Oh yeah, there's still a little bit left there, but I think they may be on their last goes. We have we cleared out a little bit more? Yeah, so we're definitely short a few fields worth of stuff, which we're not going to get to. This thing is almost full, by the way, so that's pretty comfortable. Over here you are picking up stuff. And so I'm assuming those vehicles are out and about. Some of them are out and about. Okay. Well, it's not the end of the world, but we definitely do need to sort this out. We're definitely not gonna be able to collect as much as we potentially would have liked. Are these guys loaded? They are loaded. Maybe. Oh, they've been busy, kind of. Are we losing it? There's lots of stuff. I do wonder if we're actually still collecting. Oh, look at that. Our money is so good. So good. This guy's still loading up big time. Yeah, full 10 tons all the time. That's good. Just load up as much as you can. But obviously losing these now. Yeah, just load up as much as you can. Yeah, we're still getting pretty reasonable amounts, even into winter here. But yeah, I'm assuming these that's still left in the fields is a bit of an issue. Where are these trucks? Have they decided to come and park, or they're still actually actively doing stuff? There's not really much left out here, but I think they are on their way back. Well, it is what it is. It is what it is. I think we've done a reasonable job. I mean, 3,000 tons. That should give us at least I think that may actually get us to the other side of winter. Now, what that means is I also want to... So what does this guy do? It does go to collect stuff from everywhere, really. So what I'm going to do... And it takes us to the road cargo station instead. So what I would like to do is I'd like to move most of them over. Well, I'd definitely like to move that one over. So let's move that one over there, please. And yeah, let's move at least a couple of them over there as well. So now there's 6 left there. So we'll keep an eye on whether 6 is necessary here. This guy actually comes to collect from the road cargo station. So it tries to empty from here. There's nothing in there at the moment. And then what does it do? It takes it to... Yeah, so we don't really need this anymore. But it will now go and unload stuff at customs house when it's over a certain amount, I'm assuming. Yeah, when it's over a certain amount. So we'll just leave that as is. That's not too bad. So that's our exports, basically. Just continue to load up as much as you can is really what we're after. Yeah, we're losing it now. It's slowly going. We can't actually see it, but it's like each time we click there. Well, it's not quite each time we click there, but we're still picking up a fair bit. The question is, are we still able to harvest a lot or not? But anyway, that's about 3,000 tons. So that's reasonable. We do need to obviously improve that situation as much as we can. Now, we did start the work here with the sewage. So let's just finish that off. Go underground and finish that off here. If we can move it all the way. Tunnel is above ground at some point. I would like to try and run it like this, and then try and run it like that. So I think that's pretty reasonable. And I do have a question. Okay, hang on. We do have a access point there, so we could add some more stuff in there. But what we could also do is, I'm just gonna trim this back a little bit, and what I think we should do is probably do an extra access point, maybe like somewhere over here, so we can add some more sewage to this line. If we get to that. What's happened? There we go. So let's just do this. So I want to do a little thing there. So let's bring that back a little, and we'll go about popping that in here, and then we'll go and tie that back in. Some reason is now, there we go. So that should be pretty good. So now we can actually tie into that line, and I think that's got plenty of capacity. At least initially it will have plenty of capacity, and if not, you know what I'll do? I'll bring it back a little and actually tie it into the second one, or actually even maybe the third one. The third one over there. so that we do have the ability to tie into the next one from the other side of the river potentially. So yeah, that's a pretty good little setup here. So that's our water setup. Gives us something reasonable to work on. Now, have we finished these sections? So that is under construction. Yeah, these things are under construction. These are under construction. Good stuff. Let's quickly pop over here. Have we finished off this road section? Excellent. So this road section is good. What I will do now is actually clear out that section of road and that section of road so that we can redo our little access point like this. Thank you, and please go about assigning it so these guys can go and fix that. Look at our money, guys. Our money is awesome. So we can now comfortably add more vehicles to the mix here. This one is still required to come and service some of these facilities, but other than that, it's probably pretty good. What we will need to do is get some additional technical services facilities. So let's get some technical services here. The idea would be, do we do large ones? It's like 11 vehicles. That is 8 vehicles. If we do this one, that is 8 vehicles. It can't actually fit here. So what I may do is I may now just trim back some of these roads and try and use that spot there for a technical services facility. It'll actually be powered over here. It's an interesting mix. So I'm gonna squeeze it pretty close there. And what I will do, I'm actually gonna trim that back and instead do a little something like this. I could ultimately tie it in on that side, but I think that's going to be fine. We'll leave it like this. I will claw back that one, and I will trim back the footpath over here and just put it, just kind of tie it into that section once it's done. So that's kind of the idea over here. So we'll get cracking on this, get that little path done. So that's another technical services area that we can get in over here. I will build a proper technical services facility over here also. Another one of those fairly sizable ones. Yeah. We'll do that. I'll get the guys to come and do these sections of road here. So there's another technical services one that we can pop in there that should help us out a little bit more. Do we have a reasonably sized technical services one? Well, let's get an extra vehicle in here. Snow plows. Speed, please. But I'm looking at the plowing speed though. That's 43 on the plowing speed. I don't mind the 60, but the plowing speed is really what I'm after. So grab me an extra one of them over here. Get that in place. Slowly doing that. Okay, we should now have finished this, right? We have finished it. Okay. Now, with that in mind, I'm kind of... Are we actually working on anything? Let's just pop in here. We are working on tons of stuff. Oh, we're working on this. Okay, that's fine. Go nuts. Go crazy. And what we can do is we can restart some work on some of these that I've kind of switched off earlier. Oh, actually, that's good. Now we can actually buy one or maybe even two. So let's pop in there. Give me the EDK 300. There we go. Let's start with just the one, and then make a start on some of this stuff. They should be fairly comfortable to do their own thing here. So let's just go back over this way. There it goes. We've got it in. Let's take a bit of a a bit of a ride with it. And I'll do that. So now let's take a ride on our new rail. I'm pretty keen on it. It's reasonable. I like our rail. Yeah, there we go. Nice. The rail doesn't get bogged down with snow. Oh, excellent. I'm so glad we've actually finally done that. Oh, and this is our bridge, crossing our bridge. Look at those cars down there. It's a pretty good bridge, actually. Little steep here, but that's okay. Oh, through the forest. Yeah, somewhere over here we'll have to take a turn off to go to that other bridge. That cement silos in the distance there. Oh, I would love to see this guy move really quickly at getting a lot of this stuff done. Excellent. That's a nice little journey. We may have to buy another one of these fairly soon. Excellent. That's good. Oh, there we go. I like it. How many workers does this thing take? Pop out of that. We'll have a bit of a look. Where am I? It should be loading up and then making a move. Is there a lot of stuff for it to load? Where's the big guy? Yeah, there goes the big guy. What's it going to go and work on? Something different, I'm hoping. Oh, it's going to do this for us, I think. Yeah, there we go. It'll do it pretty quickly, I think. Pop it out there. There we go. Get a bit of a screenshot of this. A proper track builder is now working here. Yeah, the track builders does a great job of working together, actually. Now that's good. So what we can do now is probably I would like to get these areas assigned. I also wouldn't mind getting this back and assigned. Look at that. All the way through. We should probably start the construction of this, actually. Let me grab... I'll do this. Oh, I'll go and have a look at that now. I'll do this. And then we'll get our construction officers to start work on that. That'll be good. Let's just double check our power, but I'm pretty sure it should be, yeah, should be all guns blazing. Not a too big a deal. These guys are still working, and we are, I mean, most of this has been plowed, so we're not too bad, but we are doing what we can to try and get things to move along a little bit quicker, but there's obviously a lot happening. How much do we have here? So there is crops available. Have we started? Yeah, we've definitely started using those crops. Do we have any vehicles there? Yeah, they're all... Oh, no. There's one parked here, so they're not all busy doing their thing. But let's quickly move over here to see. Do we have a fair bit of crops coming in? Yeah, they're dropping off crops. Yeah, so the crops is being dropped off from the other side there. But we're running through it pretty quickly, actually. And we definitely need to get probably another Well, maybe this entire area is something that we'll redo in the not too distant future. So once we get these couple of big technical services facilities up, that'll be much better. That's done. Just have a look. That is under construction. So there's a lot of construction items underway at the moment. Happy for it to kind of fix off all of these things. I'm thinking another track builder. Hang on, before we do that, do we have sufficient stuff here? Let's quickly see. When this guy pops in, how much does it actually take? I just want to have a double check. If it fills up with like all of that steel, we may have a bit of a challenge on our hands. Oh, the gravel is a big deal. The gravel is a big deal. Ah, okay. Where does this gravel come from? Someone needs to be bringing us gravel, right? We've got one dumper here, dropping off at the rail construction. It's basically taking everything there. So we are definitely getting that. So I think a couple more dumpers here would be good. Dumpers, and we could actually use the big guys. Give me one of the big guys and total capacity 12, 12, 12. They're all 12. But the next one, that's fairly cheap. Whoa, wow, that's really quick. That drives quickly, but we don't need the speed here. So that's why I've got the big one going. So really, the cheapest one over here is what we're going to use. So let's just grab another one of those also. We need more gravel to go over there before we make anything else work. We need more gravel to go in there. We're missing those resources at the moment. But I'm happy that we're actively building a lot of our rail sections now. Ultimately, we can probably get rid of that other track builder in due course. Yeah, this guy is doing a very reasonable job. We've got lots of workers actually at the moment. We're just waiting on the gravel to come in. Yeah, but there's that dumper is really busy because it's bringing coal to a lot of different places also. Okay, what's going on over here? Oh, look at this. This is all done. This is all done. This is under construction at the moment. This would need fuel, and we will need power to kind of make that work at some stage. So we do need to start looking at getting our fuel in there. Let's start having a bit of a look at tying in some of these things. Okay, let's tie in that one over there. That's not quite right. And we'll just tie this one in over here. I think that should be reasonable. This is a warehouse. Okay, that's fine. We should probably tie the warehouse together here. Let's sign that up. That's okay. Let's do. Who else needs a road connection? You need a road connection. That's fine. I'm happy with that. You need a road connection there. I'm happy with that one. This has been tied in. Cancel that and just yeah, that's better. It might be a little bit of a turn to get there, but that's okay. Let's sign that up. Any other roads that we need to build? No, I think that's pretty much it in terms of getting these roads built. So let's have a quick look, and we'll get them to start working on all of these little sections of roads, so we can just get our act together. Now we do need to bring some power over, so let's start doing that. We will need a fairly sizable substation somewhere. I'm kind of tempted to do it over here somewhere. So if we do substation, I'm going to go with one of these pass-through substations that costs a lot of steel. The 18 megawatts one is really what I'm after. Yeah, that's the one. A lot of steel, but I think that is the right thing to do. So with that in mind, we actually need this one. Gonna be something like this then, so that we can run the cabling. Alternatively, if we flip it around, we can do it over here somewhere, which won't be the end of the world to do that. We could also do it over here, but I'd much rather make sure that we've got... No, we can actually use this to build housing. So let's do it in this area. So let's go and flip that around again. No. We want to flip it around this way and then tie it in, something like this. And now I'm going to start using the underground cabling. So what we'll do is we'll get it pretty close by here. Yep, that's the spot for us. What we'll do is we'll just grab the gravel road. That's fine. We'll get the gravel road in there. I'm going to go nuts and get that in place. Let's start working on that. What I can do is get our big 18 megawatt wires to come and connect through here. So we can definitely start work on that one as well. So if we have a look at this, yeah, let's assign that. So we can start work on that. So that gives us our power infrastructure or the starting point for it. Then what we'll do is we'll go with the underground 1.4 megawatt options. We need to do at least 3-4 of them. I'm going to leave those and we're going to start and run them over here. So let's plan this out. If I wanted to drop that down. So let's see, can we run them? I just want to make sure that we're kind of running them in a reasonable fashion. If we do that and we then run it like this. If we go over there and then we tie it in. Yeah, that'll just have to do. And the next one is... How come... Okay, we'll do something like this and then we'll tie it together. Excellent, there we go. Now it will keep running it. We'll go down. Go up. How come? It pains me that that's what's happening here. Let's trim that back. I might redo the entire thing, to be honest. Now get that going. There we go. There we go. There we go. You can tie that one straight up over there. It's the next power line. There we go. That's the next one. We'll have to go all the way up there. That's a power line over there, and then we'll do the last one. Out of my way. There we go. to about there, and then we'll tie it off like so. There we go. Now that's our trying to do it fairly organized, so that's good. Now that's our power cables in place. So power in place, water in place, sewage in place, heating is in place. We just now need to build everything. Look at that. We spent a lot of money in the last month. We also spent a fair bit of money this month on all kinds of vehicles and things. Busy building things. How's this going? Are we unloading stuff? Yeah, gravel is making its way here, so we should have the guys out and about building tracks, right? Yeah, we are kind of doing that. Anything else that makes any sense? Is this under construction? I don't think so. So where is that guy actually heading? Oh, it's probably... Oh, I lost it? Where's the big boy? Anyway. Really? Where are you, buddy? Oh. You actually were back. Yeah, anyway, there's a lot of little track sections that needs to be built. I'm kind of tempted to get the next one bought, so that we build even another section, but I think the three of them will have to do. Where is it now? I think it gets thrown back every time. Let's just have a look. I don't think they are. Yeah, they're not playing nicely together. Quickly have a look at this guy now. Which section are you going to do? Going to turn around, go in there. Yeah, absolutely. The other guy, where are you heading? There's plenty of stuff to be built, right? If I click it, there's plenty of stuff. Yeah, just go back and build that one. That's fine. You go and build that. We'll slowly get all of these little sections done. We need to get a lot built before we can actually start running trains on this. So for the time being, it's just going to have to be okay. We're building lots of buildings. We're getting this station up and running. We've probably lost the rest of this, but we still have plenty here, and we've got extra trucks actually just standing by ready to send some stuff over. So what's the situation over here? You're out, right? Okay, what I will do is I will say, let's just quickly go pop in here and say you're actually going to the warehouse 2 over there, but what I would like you to do is just fill it up to 50%, or even more. Actually, fill it up more. Let's fill it to 90%, guys. Let's fill these guys to 90% so we don't mess around. We don't mess around. Now that we've got a reasonable supply, what we don't want is for us to continue our imports. Now, let's have a quick look. That's going to be the end of the episode. Our population has dropped a little bit. That's quite interesting. Let's quickly have a look at that. Last month, deaths last month was pretty severe. This month is not so bad. Yeah, last month the deaths was pretty high. So anyway, things aren't great. But let's quickly pop back in here and see. Have a look. Last month, in terms of imports of resources, we did do a little bit of crops. Well, no, actually a fair bit of crops. So we do need to kind of calm down on the crop imports. Actually, and that's still going, right? We're still importing crops. So let's pause the crop imports for the time being so that we can drop that one out a little bit. Let's try have another look at that. So the importing of resources last month. Yeah, crops still up there. Chemicals is going quite high now. But that's probably to be expected. We're going to start using more and more chemicals. So that section's done. There's a lot done over here. We definitely, I think we need another one of these guys. I may buy it now. but it's still that they are kind of getting in each other's way. So maybe it's not quite required just yet. Plenty of other things that they can be working on. That's been built. So the police station is built. The fire station is under construction. And we can now start building. There's a lot of little road sections that's being built, and there's like hospitals being built. So yeah, we won't be that far from actually getting this done. And we'll start powering this, and then we'll start focusing on getting construction up and running again over here. Guys, thank you so much for watching. It's been a blast. Our money is looking quite comfortable at the moment, and we are busy getting the vehicles and the things that we need, and we're trying to get some more snowplows on the road so that winter doesn't affect us as badly as it does at the moment. But yeah, stay tuned for some more progress in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, hit that like button. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.